In 1965, there was a revolution that got its start from a test tube. A thick, gooey substance called a liquid crystal derived from sulfuric acid. From this improbable material, an extremely strong fiber was invented called Kevlar. It is now considered the most significant man-made fiber since the first synthetic marble, nylon, appeared over 50 years ago. The 1940s launched a golden era for the polymer chemistry, which produced a whole generation of man-made fibers. Few women worked as research chemists at the time, but Stephanie Kwolek knew this was the career for her. Straight out of college, she joined the DuPont company and began working with chemical substances called polymers.
There was much excitement because every few months someone discovered a new way or modified a way of making polymers so that we could make polymers that could not be made before.
The goal of Stephanie and her colleagues was to invent materials superior to nylon. There were challenges in working with chemicals like sulfuric acid, and it was extremely difficult to spin continuous fibers from thick viscous solutions. But it didn't diminish her enthusiasm.
When I took some of this solution on a spatula, and held it up in order to determine whether it would flow well enough to be spinnable, I noticed that it was a very cohesive solution and that it's held together very well. It didn't break up into drops at all. And so I was convinced that this would be a spinnable solution.
It works like this. Liquid polymer is forced under pressure through tiny openings in a valve like a shower head. Pulled through cold water, the liquid forms into fibers. A heat treating process then increases its stiffness, making Kevlar 5 times stronger than steel on a per weight basis. The secret of Kevlar's strength is hidden in its molecules. Natural fibers have a molecular structure which resembles cooked spaghetti in random patterns. Polymers can be made to bond together, looking like uncooked spaghetti in uniform lines for much greater strength. Inventing an incredible fiber was one thing, but it wasn't an invention with any specific purpose or use. DuPont decided to gamble on this new product and invest in a $400 million plant to produce it, then set out to find applications, and they found them everywhere. Like nylon did 50 years ago, today Kevlar is entering our everyday lives.